Alright, so, is it on?
Yep.
Okay, Fire Escape Academy Inspector Training video. We're here with Gene Novak, right?
Right.
State Inspector. And what we're going to be doing, we're in town of Westboro. We just finished doing an Academy training class. And we're doing what's called a downtown walk around. And we're just going to look at this fire escape as an example. And all around this fire escape, there's several types of the same type of fire escape that don't have cantilevers, that have ladders. So we're going to show you, and he's going to pass this on to all the members. And this is a YouTube link. That basically it's going to be a 3 to 5 minute video. It could be 10 minutes because we're going to walk all the way around the building. But what an inspector has to do to no longer ever step on these things. All fire escape inspections can be done right from the ground. And there's two things. Must be structurally sound, must be kept painted. So let's start off with the first one. Whether or not there's a violation here. If you could have gone in this building for something else, a permit of some kind, only to walk out here and identify that the fire escape is or has not been painted. So, first question, more rust than paint or more paint than rust?
Hey, this is about 50-50.
50-50?
So it's clearly a concern.
It's been, and in order for this much rust, just so you know, it takes over 25 years for this much rust to grow, of no paint job. And that's a proven fact, that it takes over 25 years to let this much grow. So let's say they knew you were coming. Last week, you gave out a notice that said, hey, I'm coming to your building, I'm going to do an inspection, and I'm checking your fire escape. So a building owner was like, oh man, I'm not going to pass. He gets Joe Painter to come out and do a quick paint job on this, and it happens all the time. They want to mask it. Because a lot of times, you're only underneath it, you're looking for a paint job, and a lot of times the paint job can hide a lot. So let's assume it's all painted now. The second thing you're looking for is for testing, structural adequacy. This building is 50 to 75 years old or older, and the fire escape is original to the building, but every connection on this is original. So usually in 50, 75 years, you've seen some sort of maintenance, and that maintenance could be changing of bolts, because to know that it's original hardware, you're looking at rivets or square head bolts.
Square heads, yeah.
And you're looking for evidence of any bulges in the connection plates of any kind. So, without even looking for structural problems such as missing treads or anything, do you notice any new hardware? Anything? Any new little bolt?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
So the largest square head, we see some hex heads on the string.
There you go. So it looks like they came in and did something with the staircase, and there's some hex heads. So if you want to zoom in on those stringers, you see some hex heads there.
And we also see some type of flange underneath looks like an add-on underneath the tread.
Okay, so it looks like they created a bracket to hold the old tread up above.
That's right.
All right, let's see what the old treads look like. Because are they welded or are they? So let's look over here. If you look in here, look at the original treads. Are they bolted or welded? Do they look like a certified welder to those? They do not. Even with your lack of experience as what is a certified inspection of a weld, you can see that it's kind of not the greatest. And did they repaint it after it was done?
I tell you, it doesn't look like they cleaned the welds off.
They didn't clean the welds. They didn't paint it.
I mean, they weren't inspected. We have a new tread here.
Right. So here's a new tread, a new piece of galvanized. So we've got some evidence of maintenance. Now, let's take a look at, if you look straight up, can you see any bulges in the clips of the treads that they just welded? You know, little rust tears, or can you see it? Especially that one.
Yes.
Now, especially that one, and Viv, if you can come in here.
I did already. I got
See
it.
the broken weld? See, welds snap, bolts stretch. So if I'm gonna leave the rust inside a connection, 1 year, when the rust grows another 8, what happens to that weld? Just snaps. So is weld a means of repair for any fire escape? No. Fire escapes in the summer do this. They expand and do this. And in the winter they cool and contract and they do this. Now when you weld it, it does this. So that's why 98% of all the fire escapes in the United States are bolted connection fire escapes. They're supposed to move with the building and they're supposed to cool with the building. That's why all fire escapes are bolted. Very few are welded. And a lot of times, you think when they weld it, they seal it up above so no water gets inside? Do you think water is getting inside those welds right now and basically eating the weld from inside out? So So it makes it so you can't weld. So let's go step back. Let's take a look at the rest of the hardware. Square or square head or hex head. So the weights, nobody's done anything on this weight box.
Large bulge right here.
Large bulge. If you step back here, you're going to see some large bulge over here. This whole connector, this joint over here. See some bulging happening here?
Yep.
Let's look at the gussets over here. Original or square heads?
Original.
All right, and look over here, straight up. Look at this gusset, straight up. If you come over here, then take a look at this gusset. And now, it's rust inside the connection. Yes. Now, look, if you come over here, G, look at that gusset way back there. You see a bulge on the top? Doing this?
Yep. Yep.
All right? But do you even care whether or not on this 50 to 75-year-old fire escape, whether this gusset is beautiful, that gusset is compromised, and that gusset is compromised? Will an engineer load test a fire escape that has 50, 75, or 100-year-old square original hardware? Do you think he would want to? You wouldn't want to. Now, if I came in here and I just took out some of these bolts and I put in new bolts in the connections, one at a time, or if this one is in great condition, do you think I could squeeze another bolt between them? Do you think I could squeeze some other new holes in there? So I have a choice in preparation for this thing for a load test. If I find square head bolts that are in good to excellent condition, and I don't want to change them out, I can actually reinforce them by backing them up with another bolt. But sometimes it's faster for me to take an old bolt out and put a new bolt in than it is for me to drill a new one next to it. So whatever's cheaper to the client, we'll prepare it for a load test. So this original hardware, I can't load test this platform, but I can refurbish this platform in lieu of a load test.
Where is this primary attached to the building? I don't see it.
The attachment to the building is going to come, let me see if I can see the two bolts. See right here. If you look straight up there, you can see that the two bolts into the building up there. Oh, sorry. And I think there's two bolts here that basically tie you into the building. It's actually above.
No, it's right there in the corner. Right in that corner, there's a hole that goes right in.
Yeah.
Right
Oh, I
at the
see,
corner.
yeah. There's this is basically, it's got a backing plate inside, even though it's a brick structure. And there's a rod that comes out, and then that rod, if you look up there's 3 bolts that come out. So the rod comes out round, 1 inch, and then they smash it and they flatten it, and it becomes 3 bolts that connect to the angle. So you see 3 of them right there.
Okay.
And there's more that you can see. So let's move forward into the cantilever. Must be balanced and must drop 2 to 3 feet per second. This is a release arm.
Yeah.
So I can't break into this building because this release arm won't let me pull the cantilever down.
I don't even know how it works. It's just you turn
As
it.
soon as it blocks your way. Single action requiring no special knowledge, and when you push it away, it turns.
It's not even open.
No, it turns.
Yeah.
No, see, it's resting on the top. It's
Right.
trying to drop.
Oh, okay, I see.
See, it wants to go up, so it stops. So that's a permanent release arm. When you release it, the thing will drop 2 to 3 feet per second, look around and stay down. Let's take a look at some other things. We see some bending on the cantilever arm.
Yeah.
Now, they've obviously refurbished a lot of the treads on this whole fire escape. Right? Just to make it balance. And sometimes they add weight. This is perfect, because now we're looking at from down here, so we can move on to this one. Can you tell me whether or not those are original or new? Alright, so would I load test that? So you want to see refurbishment or rebolting of the major critical connections. That is all the treads. You see all the treads rebolted. Are you satisfied that all the treads have been rebolted on this fire escape? There's evidence of maintenance, right? You can see it, right? So that means somebody refurbished the tread system. What about